critic with the glasses guy. He once attempted to review Moulin Rouge so begrudgingly. He hated it, berated it for causing so much misery.
Moulin Rouge, a movie, a musical nominated for several Oscars, directed by Baz Luhrmann, a film of pretentious pleasures, where art house beatniks and singing emos praise this uninspired for its originality. How could they not see that this film has ripped off every tired romance, every overused line, every attention-grabbing editing trick to make people believe it's saying more than it really is? But perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. I first saw the movie exactly 1 week ago.
Hello, I'm a nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Today we're going to look at a movie that was said to bring back the movie musical. So films like Chicago, Hairspray, and Sweeney Todd all owe their thanks to this film. But sadly, so does Phantom of the Opera, Burlesque, and High School Musical. So a bit of a mixed blessing. But hey, what it started is one thing. Does it still hold up after all these years? Of course not! It didn't even hold up when it first came out. But so many people were enthralled with how artistic it is and how revolutionary it is. Because there's nothing more revolutionary than playing songs we already know and recycling plotlines that even Twilight would laugh at. No, that's right. I went there. I hate this film that much. This is an ungodly, annoying piece of and given the films that I've watched, that says a mouthful as big as the Jolly Green Giant's size. So, let's cut to the beginning and see why this film sucks so much. We see our oh-so-tortured artist as he looks back thinking about what put him in a state of woe that most art college students pray they could be unprivileged enough to reach.
The woman I loved is dead.
Oh, thanks, spoilers. This is Christian, played by Ewan McGregor. He moved to Paris in 1899 to become an artiste. For he heard the Bohemian Revolution was going on and realized that he had just the right amount of style and perfect lack of substance to fit in perfectly.
I had come to write about truth, beauty, freedom, and that which I believed in above all things, love. There was only one problem. I'd never been in love. Luckily, right at that moment, an unconscious Argentinian fell through my roof. He was quickly joined by a dwarf dressed as a nun.
How do you do? My name is Henri-Marie Raymond Toulouse-Lautrec Montbard.
So, as you've probably guessed, the style of this movie is, well, I'd say over the top, but I think even Salvador Dali, Jerry Lewis, and Charlie Sheen would be trying to have an intervention with this movie.
How is he? Oh, wonderful. Now the narcoleptic Argentinian is now unconscious, and therefore the scenario will not be finished in time to present to the financier tomorrow.
Yeah, there is nothing subtle about it. The whole thing is told like one long music video, which for the music sections is great. But for the dialogue scenes, it makes you want to pluck your cares with a chainsaw.
Stop that insufferable droning and spelling out my words. Can we please just stick to a little decorative piano?
In fact, let's play a game. It's called Find the Shot That Lasts More Than 5 Seconds. Go ahead, I dare you to find one.
I don't think a nun would say that about a hill.
What if he sings the hills are vital, intoning the disc?
The hills are
I mean, imagine if I did an entire review in the style of what this movie is giving us. Hello, critic. What's up with you? Oh, nothing much. What's up with you? Oh, nothing much. I just want to see if you're still talking to yourself. Why, yes, critic. I sure am. That is good to know. Ask me what it means. Ask me what it means. So Christian tells his friends that he wants to be a soul-searching poet. And like most attention-grubbing artists, he achieves great praise by completely ripping off somebody else's work. Yes. I'm sure this is what Rodgers and Hammerstein had in mind when they wrote this angelic music. Dwarves, cross-dressers, and Obi-Wan Kenobi and lederhosen. Hey, if that doesn't come into your mind when you hear this stuff, then you need to seek some help, weirdo.
We were off to the Moulin Rouge, and I was to perform my poetry for Satine.
So they go to Moulin Rouge to meet up with Zidler, the owner, and Satine, the star. And of course, we get more already existing songs, crazy visuals, and annoying editing.
Life's an awful ball, and everything's just a draw. Because it's not much fun. I just keep eating dirt, and though I mustn't glow down the Moulin Rouge, you'll have fun.
I'm sorry, I just can't get into this. It's loud, it's stupid, and there's no dramatic backing for it in any way. I mean, who in their right mind would actually enjoy this?
No, critic! There's so much more to this movie than you give it credit for!
Parental flaws?
The one and only, baby. Look, there is a lot more good to this movie that you're not seeing.
Hey, I love your stuff, but what's stupid is stupid, and this movie is clearly stupid.
No, critic, you just gotta get more into it!
Why do you look like a Dumbo mouse?
I told you, critic, if you want to truly enjoy this movie, you have to give yourself to the movie!
Most movies follow rules, the kind you learn at filmy schools. But here, good old Baz will have none of it. The content may be lame, but speak this movie's name and you will see! People love it! Or maybe I'm deluded, but aren't the songs well suited? And even if it's stupid, it's fun! So let go of your fear, grab a girly beer. I know you think it's drivel, but I eat it up like kibble because it's bright and pretty. The use of songs is witty, and even if it's fun. Word to your mayor.
You see, Critic, the movie is in and of itself a musical experience.
Yeah, but just because something is shot really intensely doesn't mean it is intense.
Oh, come on, even you have to agree the cinematography is brilliant.
Yeah, when you can see it. The editing goes by so fast, you're never allowed to enjoy how well the shots are set up. In fact, you could edit anything in there and it would fit in.
You see? All right, that can be a problem sometimes, but there's so much more awesomeness this movie contains.
Like what?
The Censored douche. Like how about when the crazy party atmosphere is suddenly interrupted by stylistic silence of Satine's appearance?
Ah! A quiet moment! Take it off screen!
The French are glad to die for love.
So how long do you think this silent moment's gonna last?
Hey, don't assume it's because it's a loud, crazy musical that the whole movie...
Kiss on the hand.
About 12 seconds.
Continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
So Satine may look like your everyday Rocky Horror Barbie, but in reality we discover she's looking for something more.
More? What the else could she possibly want? She's the center of the universe.
You see, she needs to seduce a very rich duke so that he will finance her real dream.
Will you invest?
Picture, remember? A real show in a real theatre with a real audience. And you'll be...
A real actress.
Oh yeah, because Lord knows, this isn't enough! Being hailed as a friggin' goddess, men wanting you, women wanting to be you, performing every night to hundreds of people, greeting you with applause. Yeah, I can see how being an actress would be entirely different from this!
But don't you see? They don't want to combine and acting together.
Well, then they're in the wrong time period.
Zidler just wants to open a theatre, and Satine just wants to act.
Okay then, tell me this. Why didn't they just open a theater? I mean, why couldn't they just turn it into a theater now? This place is crawling with riches, so why do they need this Duke fellow to throw money at them when literally the audience is throwing money at them?
Because it's her dream.
Well, their dream is stupid.
You're stupid. Ow! Stop!
So through a misunderstanding, Satine mistakes Christian for the Duke, who's only there to get his play produced. So Christian continues to quote songs, create poetry.
Your gift is my song, and this one's for you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't care if they're quoting great songs. Nobody just freezes hypnotized when they sing the first few notes. I mean, yeah, music is powerful, but he says just one word and the people are spontaneously entranced.
Well, I disagree, Critic. I, for one, can tell from the first note of the song whether it's going to be good or not.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Sucks.
Been done. Pedestrian. Brilliant!
So while singing his song, he realizes that even though he's only known her for just a few seconds and she's acted like a total he's in love with her. But sadly, the truth must be revealed.
Not a duke. Not a duke.
I'm a writer.
A writer.
And just who is the Duke, you may ask? Why, Basil Exposition from Austin Powers. Ow!
You fool! That's actor Richard Roxburgh. He's played some of the greatest villains of this generation.
Like who?
Well, this, and many other subtle film roles.
He's about as subtle as a kabuki mime school.
No, he's played the villain in lots of subtle movies. Okay, that's no good, but what about his Oscar-winning performance in... Okay, but how can you forget his unbelievable role in... All right, now you're teasing me!
I'm out of here.
No, wait. Just because he played an over-the-top role in some other movies doesn't mean he'll be over the top here. Look at this heartbreaking drama.
Satine will be mine. Sometimes I'm jealous of him. I just don't like other people touching my things!
You can have him.
Wait!
Look, I appreciate that you're trying to make me enjoy this movie.
No, you don't.
You're right, but either way, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna like it.
With a mind as cynical as yours, perhaps what we need is a mind even more cynical to combat it. Splibbity-flobbity-foo!
Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but... Wait a minute, this looks familiar. Oh, no. Nostalgia Chick, you actually like this movie?
I'm sorry, Kurt. I had no choice.
No choice.
It's had far too big an impact on singing in movies.
Movies.
And besides, it brought back the cinematic musical.
Pickle.
What are you doing dressed up like that anyway?
Oh, we do this every third Thursday of the month. It's our Moulin Rouge Summer Summer.
Boa fight.
Okay, I refuse to believe you can find anything good in this flick.
Oh, it has its flaws. It's major flaws, but it's still really good.
Legal.
Enough!
Come on, Critic! The water in the wee likey Moulin Rouge pool is fine!
Okay, but if we're gonna talk about this, can we do it in a better location?
Absolutely! Oh, I seem to have walked us to some convention of some kind. Oh, we seem to be in Disney World for some reason. That's Honolulu. That's classified. That's the future. That's 2 minutes ago. That's Spoonie's house. Oh, this seems to be my place. Well,
No, it's good. We'll stay. Okay, so you guys are trying to tell me that this is a good movie. Well, tell me, what's a scene like this doing in a good movie? It's where Satine is trying to hide Christian from the Duke while also trying to seduce him. At least I think that's what this is.
Oh! I feel like dancing.
telling me that you would actually do the Woody Woodpecker routine to get a guy?
Of course not. That's silly.
Where and when?
Oh, you make me feel like dancing. Oh, yes, dancing. Yes, dancing. Look at this great personality. Helping me. God, you're failing it. You're trying to make it look good.
I really need to stop opening attachments from her.
She's never gonna want me.
So, despite Satine brilliantly distracting him, you have your version, I have mine. The Duke suddenly comes across Christian.
Oh, yes, we were rehearsing.
You expect me to believe that scantily clad in the arms of another man in the middle of the night, inside an elephant, you were rehearsing?
I mean, if it was a giraffe, maybe, but an elephant?
How's the rehearsal going?
But luckily, the rest of the theater group drops in to help with the charade.
What's the story? The story? Well, if I'm to invest, I'll need to know the story.
Well, the story's about...
Gee, could it be about love?
It's about love.
Well, how on earth did you guess that?
Love.
Love?
Love. 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 Love.
Ah, I see your point. Well, perhaps they...
Love. 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 Love.
Yes, that word is a bit overused, but maybe they needed to...
Love. 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 Love.
Well, maybe.
Love. 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 Love.
Okay, shut up! Please.
I'll admit, as much as they talk about love in this movie, they never really explain what it is. We just know that it's really, really good and everybody wants it.
Yeah, they just say the word over and over more than they actually do analyze it.
And the only people who understand it are good, and the only people who don't understand it are bad.
It's about love.
Love?
Ah, yes, that human emotion I've heard so much about.
So exciting, the audience will stop and cheer. So delighting, people have a big
But hey, the Duke decides he wants to fund their show if it means getting into Satine's Satines. That means they're going to turn into a theater!
I still don't get how they couldn't have the funding to do that before. I just don't...
But oh no! He's holding the deed of the Moulin Rouge too!
That seems like bad planning.
Naturally, I shall require some security. I shall require the deeds to Moulin Rouge.
But hey, wouldn't you trust a guy who literally seconds before signing a contract did this?
I just don't like other people touching my things!
Maybe if I had my brain lobotomized with a spork.
Well, there you go.
So Satine and Christian talk a little bit about love. Again, not as much what it is or how it works, but just how gosh darn awesome it is.
I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Just one night, just one night.
There's no way, 'cause you can't pay.
In the name of love.
I won't give in to you.
Don't leave me this way.
Boy, this must have been the easiest screenplay to write. Just let your mix CD get jumbled in your CD player and write down whatever lyrics you can make out.
That or put $5 in the jukebox and write down only the main choruses you hear. Oh, that's right. I got a screenplay.
I can't fall in love with anyone.
A life without love, that's terrible.
No, being on the street, that's terrible.
So Satine confesses to Christian that she isn't exactly in love with him. Her mind is far too preoccupied with her goals to ever let such a silly idea get in the way.
But then he sings Whitney Houston's song. She's total putty in his pants.
Whitney Houston?
Does that work?
Pants, putty.
You're in the bad for business, I can tell.
So despite the fact that she falls in love faster than a Disney princess, Satine still acts like she's interested in the Duke, despite the fact that they try to avoid him at every chance they get.
Now, why is this a big deal? She's herself for years, and now she suddenly can't sleep with this guy because she has the hots for train spotting here?
Don't you see? She's in love now!
Yeah, but it happened in like a millisecond. That only happens in animated features and fairy tales. Shut up, I like that one.
Well, just because she's a doesn't mean she's a horrible person.
But it's true, these quick romances do come mostly from children's stories, and for someone like Satine, who was so gung-ho about not falling in love, she turned over pretty quickly.
Why are you taking my side? I thought you liked this movie.
Well, look at the remixes they did. While I'm not wild about jukebox musicals as a genre, they do sound very nice, and as the film progresses, the editing slows down a bit too, allowing us to see some of the great sets and the cinematography. Sure, the plot and characters can be silly, but it's relatively harmless, right?
See, Critic, there's so much to enjoy!
Besides, it gives us some crazy moments, like this.
Touch for the very first time! Like a virgin! Your heart beats, both in time, I give you all her love! I feel this fading fast! Like a virgin! Like a virgin! Touch for the very first time! Like a virgin! When your heart beats, both in time, feels very good inside!
But they quickly discover they can't hide from the Duke anymore. But Christian sings a song to remind her of his love while looking over the city.
Yeah, what is it, like the third time they've done that?
Fourth, however, the Duke is given the hint that Satine and Christian have been seeing each other all along.
This ending's silly. Why would the courtesan go for the penniless rider? Whoops. I mean, sitar player.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Was she a main character?
I don't know.
A side character?
I don't know.
Does she even have a name?
Of course she has a name! Do you think they'd let a character reveal such a huge plot device if she didn't have a name?
Okay, what is it?
Besides, we do see her before. Like there, and there, and there.
Yeah, but does she ever say any lines?
A few.
Well, do any of them ever connect to why she wouldn't want Satine and Christian to get together?
Look at the dance sequences! Cut!
Come off it, Flash! You know this is horribly put together!
No, it wasn't!
So Satine finally goes to give herself to the Duke. Christian waits in the shadows while the theater crew puts up one of the most conveniently coincidental dance numbers they could muster up.
Oh no, this scene.
What about it?
Nothing. It sucks.
When love is for the highest bidder, there can be no trust. Without trust, there is no love!
You like this scene?
I do not! It's stupid!
You don't have to put on that red light.
Admit it, Critic. Even you can't deny how earth-shatteringly awesome this sequence is.
The music, the pacing, the editing, it's just a cool scene.
No, it's stupid! This movie is stupid! Everything in it is stupid!
No, Critic, no! You have to acknowledge the coolness of this scene. With the scene, there is the love. With the love, there is the enjoyment. With the love, there is the love. But its pretentiousness will drive you mad. Pretense. They just cover pop songs elaborately. It makes no sense. How they take it so seriously. So proud of the way they rip songs apart. But the new coat of paint doesn't make it art. Pretense.
Though in my heart I know it's asinine, I respect the production design. Elements so diverse, all the hours of rehearsal you can tell. Not to mention the vision to believe it would turn out well.
Pretense. YouTube is where mashup videos belong. Pretense. Otherwise, just write your own song. So proud of the way they botch classic rock. Ugh, these creative thieves can all suck on my.
There's no shame in liking something lame. Rose by any other name is what it is. And if you like it, that's okay.
Hey guys, what's up?
Kyle from Brows Held High. Hi.
What you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Well, sure there is. You guys are together and singing. Without me.
It's nothing personal, Kyle. It's just,
Did you know that I did the first musical review on this site, right? The Brows Held High, The Man Who Fell to Earth. Miss Ellis, you were in it, weren't you?
Hey, I put you in my Les Mis thing. I don't even know who the you were.
And you didn't think to include me in your little crossover.
Over it.
Okay.
So the Duke finds out that she can't fully give herself to him because of Christian. Before he kicks the living shatteen out of her, one of the theater crew comes out and saves her.
So, naturally the Duke would want to go after the guy who knocked him out, right?
Actually, no, because he had even less lines than the exposition fairy. So the Duke decides to keep his focus on Christian.
She will come to me when the curtain falls. Or I'll have the boy killed.
Wow, now we're going into cold-blooded murder? Well, obviously Ziller should get out of this totally insane business deal with this guy.
Unless you do his ending and sleep with him tomorrow night, the Duke will have Christian killed.
I never knew the theater world was so cutthroat.
More than you'll ever know.
Spamalot had to kill 5 families in order to get off the ground.
When will Broadway learn?
But she finds out some more bad news. Apparently the doctor was nice enough to tell everybody but Satine that she's dying from consumption, which for some reason means that she can't leave and run off with Christian.
Well, obviously then she has to tell Christian what's going on so they can figure out a plan together to stop this madman from doing any more crazy things, and that's not remotely what happens, is it?
No, the obvious thing to do is not to tell Christian about any of this, pretend she doesn't love him anymore, and totally break his heart, while spending the last of her days in a loveless relationship, knowing she's crushed the only man she cared about.
Use your talent to save him. Hurt him to save him.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard! All she has to do is tell him the truth and figure out a plan together. How the is she saving his life if she's destroying him psychologically? What's worse, dying with the one you love or being emotionally assassinated by that same person?
The show must go on. The show must go on. On with the show.
Even if she told the Duke she was dying, that would probably turn him off.
I'm dying.
Ew, keep that mousy deep. It makes no sense!
Well, of course it doesn't make any sense. Love doesn't make any sense. Seeing in a movie doesn't make any sense. You, me, love, life. It doesn't make any sense.
Floss, calm down.
No, you're right. Nothing about this movie adds up. None of it. So I'm just gonna do what this movie taught me to do when nothing adds up, which is sing a song with the word love in it. All you need is love. Mama just killed a love. Put a gun against his love. Pull my trigger, now he's love. I'm a little teapot short of love. Love, 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 love.
Feel better?
No!
So Santine's breakup with Christian is about as convincing as Edward's breakup with Bella, but thankfully Christian is about as smart as Bella, so he completely falls for it. Yeah, just remember in all those years of heavy drinking and suicidal tendencies that she saved your life.
But Christian isn't done yet, because he was so emotionally destroyed by the breakup, he goes back to Satine during the big show and tells her how he really feels.
I've come to pay my bill. You made me believe you love me. Why shouldn't I pay you?
Nostalgia chick, you okay?
You're fine. You're fine.
Why can't I pay you like everyone else does?
No, Kristen, there's no point.
Seriously, you don't look so good.
I'm fine. Fine.
This woman is yours now. I paid my.
And you're nothing to me.
Admit it, chick. There's something you really hate about this scene, isn't there? It isn't just silly and stupid like the other scenes. There's something you really despise.
No, there isn't.
What is it about this movie that drives you absolutely insane?
Christian is a complete.
Christian's a
Yeah. Truly in love. It's such. You know, you need love. You need to love. Who treated anyone that they truly loved this way? Why would you shame her in front of an entire audience of people? Who calls that love? That's not love. That's bitterness.
Well, because she lied to him, and he thought she was playing him the whole time.
Yeah, I thought you'd be more at her than him.
Oh, sure, her actions are abjectly stupid, and she's the victim of bad, stupid writing. But him? He's just despicable. He's evil. For as many times as he sings about love, he treats her in the most insulting, dirty, mean-spirited way that you can treat a human being. And the dwarf's over here like, oh, she wouldn't do that, and yet him, the one that's in love with her, can't figure this out? Oh, yeah, love, I forgot about that. That's right. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not even sorry, but we're still in love. So let's sing about it in front of everyone, and everything's okay. Oh, wait, you're dead. Aw. How would you feel if your loved one had some stupid misunderstanding that sprung from bad writing and then threw out all of their negative, horrible bile in one fell swoop? In front of everybody!
Oh, sorry. You know what? Maybe I overreacted. My bad. You want to sing?
So just as Christian gets done calling her every word for in the English language, the dwarf suddenly drops down and, what a shock, quotes more songs.
The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved.
Listen to my heart. Can you hear it sing?
Come on, me.
So the he said he would never be manipulated by, he is now letting himself be manipulated by, it just so happens she's telling the truth?
Singing fixes everything. This movie.
But luckily, the henchman gets knocked out and the gun is flung into the audience.
And there goes the D to the place. I hope you enjoyed the Moulin Rouge, folks, because come noon tomorrow, it's gonna be turned into a parking lot for carriage horses. Or he just walks away quietly. Wasn't this the same guy who said,
I just don't like other people touching my things!
yeah, I guess having a million people touch your things, take your money, and punch you in the face wouldn't get me too cheesed off either.
Well, he's certainly taking it better than.
Paid my.
Let it go. Hey, let it go.
But, just like they said earlier, Satine's consumption catches up with her and claims her life.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of funny.
And thus, only Christian is fit enough to tell the tale by pinning all the pages on his wall, because that's what poets do, and turn the story into a cohesive whole.
Never realizing that he himself is a cohesive whole.
There, after all that stupidity, are you seriously telling me that you two still like this movie?
Yep.
Yep. What do you mean, yeah? All you did was talk about how horrible it was!
Well, it is horrible, Critic. It's got awful.
We still enjoy it. Some of it, aspects of it.
But why? How?
In every heart there lies a place, all across the human race.
Guilty pleasures lie inside.
Things that make our heart take wing, sometimes they're embarrassing. Against their sway we have no powers, and Moulin Rouge is one of ours. Guilty pleasures, everybody has a few. Guilty pleasures, you and me and even you. Guilty pleasures, contradict your sense of taste. Guilty pleasures, they can only be embraced. The fireman who loves ballet.
The model loves anime.
We all have a stupid song that always makes us sing along. To reconcile inside your mind our love for Moulin Rouge is blind. Yes, it's dumb, yes, it's but we love it anyway. Guilty pleasures, everybody has a few. Guilty pleasures, you and me and even you. Guilty pleasures, surely even you have some. Guilty pleasures, love them even though they're dumb.
I think I get it. Like how I enjoy Rocky 4, though the writing's very poor. Ninja Turtles, Commando, X-Men 3.
Oh, Jesus, no!
Cool Runnings and Batman 2, just drift.
Hey, I like that too!
Even Jason Goes to Hell, Paranoia.
Guilty
Guilty pleasures, they're the best at any time. Guilty pleasures, you have yours and I have mine. Guilty pleasures, Moulin Rouge is full of guilty pleasures, but we won't stop loving it. Well, thanks, guys. You've shown me that guilty pleasures really are something to enjoy. So, this is a Moulin Rouge review. Can't end on a happy note.
You're right. We need a sad ending for no reason other than we need a sad ending.
Randall! Randall, no! No! Ah! Randall, no!
Another movie. Another mindless flick that sucks from Netflix. It makes me sick.
On and on, I'm sick of moping, doping, and complaining. Well, not complaining, but I think I'm done. On and on, so I killed Floss just for a sad ending. For film, I'm resenting. A review must go on. A review must go on. The joke's gone on too long. No more pretentious songs about love or destiny. A review must go on. A review must go on.
I don't know why I'm still here. I'm simply killing time here. Maybe I'll get a sandwich from Subway.
A review must go on. A review must go on.
A BLT or ham and cheese. Perhaps for dessert, Dairy Queen.
I'm done with these songs. They're all wrong. Not even gonna rhyme this last line.
Although you sort of did.
Yes, it's true.
And we're rhyming this one too.
That is also true.
Think I'll watch Scooby-Doo.
Oh, shut up, you. I've got some to do.
So what else is new?
Okay, we're too close now. The review must go.
He hated it, berated it, for causing so much misery.
I didn't even get a line!
Most movies follow rules, the kind you learn at filmy schools, but here good old Baz will have none of it. The content may be lame, but speak this movie's name and you will see people love it. So maybe I'm deluded, but are the songs well suited? And even if it's stupid, it's fun. So let go of your fear, grab a girly beer. I know you think it's dribble, but I eat it up like kibble because it's bright and pretty. Use the songs is witty, and even if it's fun. Word to your mayor.
I just don't like other people touching my things!